welcome back to our latest edition of our monthly interview with Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited to be back. Thanks for having me.
New year. And I know we touched a little bit on that in January, but now it seems like we're into the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, we get into February here and it gets real busy with everything on the academic side of things, on the sports side of things. There's just a lot going on. So it's fun. It's a fun month for sure.
What are the big highlights for the people?
I think, obviously we're full swing in the basketball and wrestling. They're going strong. We have right now, currently, our one act crew is out participating in their state event. We've got, teams all over the place doing speech and debates going full blast right now. School, we're really kind of in the grind into this semester now. We're past that first couple of weeks where, we're just figuring the new semester out. And so now we're kind of in full swing there. So it's just all that together. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I know, we got students of the month too.
Yeah, let's touch on them. So our February students of the month are 9th grader Morgan Covell, 10th grader Afton Jones, 11th grader Miranda Nasher, and 12th grader Candace Matsuda. So big shout out to those 4 students. They do exemplify what it means to be a Spartan. They show that every day, often on the mats, the courts, the stages, like wherever they're at, whatever they're doing, these 4 definitely deserve a big shout out. So congrats to those 4.
Absolutely. I can personally vouch for Matsuda. I've interviewed her multiple times, and she's always prim, proper, and very professional. So always a pleasure.
All the time.
Also, I know that when we last talked, we were kind of getting into, I think it was finals for that first week.
Mm-hmm.
What is there anything along those lines?
Well, finals are over. So our next really deadline for that will be in May for our next set of finals. So everybody's new semester started. Their new schedules are going. They had the first 2 days where they could switch out of a class. We're past that. Mm-hmm. So we're going. But there are some other important dates for February I'll point out real quick. The 13th, we have an in-service day for our teachers and staff. We have some personal learning for our staff that we'll be doing that day. And then on the 16th is President's Day, obviously. We don't have school that day. February 18th is our only early release for PLCs at 2:30. And that's February 18th. And then February 20th is our third quarter, mid-quarter. So that's a grade check for everybody. If you're not sure what the mid-quarter thing is, that's our grade check time. So students, make sure your grades are up by then. Parents, make sure you're checking on your kids and make sure their grades are up by then. So just those are our important dates for this month.
Sweet. Okay. And then also, like you said, we're full swing in with sports and everything, as well as a lot of the other activities. Is there anything that parents should be kind of keeping? Because I don't want to say this is the doldrums of the monotonous of the February till May, but is there anything that parents / maybe the students should be keeping an eye out between now and May?
Yeah, actually, I got quite a few announcements. If you're not receiving our newsletters, please make sure you call the school. We'll get you lined up to get those. We do that monthly through emails. I usually send a text to the parents just to remind them it's in their inbox. And then obviously we have this podcast to kind of go over those too. But just a couple of things. This is probably my biggest announcement for today is we are moving this year to taking the ACT in the spring for, we always have the state test that we do in the spring for our juniors. This year, the state has switched that to our ACT test. Great thing about that is there's no cost for the students. They get an ACT score. I think there's gonna be a little more buy-in for students to do well on this test because that ACT test score obviously can go to colleges and help them get into what they need to do next. So that'll be March 24th. We'll take that ACT, all the juniors. We're also going to be testing our sophomores and our freshmen that day as well. Freshmen will be taking the 8-9 ACT, it's called. It's an ACT prep. And then the sophomores will be taking the pre-ACT. So freshmen, sophomores, juniors, March 24th from 8:15 to probably about 1 o'clock-ish, everyone will be testing. We have a schedule coming out for that. I don't have that ready, prepared for today, but I just want parents to know that's coming. Please talk to your kids about, hey, this is important to them and it's important to the school. This is how the school's graded. How are we, what are the things in the newspaper? It's about how are our ACT scores? How are we doing? So we really want students to take this seriously. And this goes back to the We Are Spartans. We care about what we're doing. We have integrity. We have passion to do our best always. And so we expect students to do that. There's lots of prep work out there for students that want to do well in the ACT. You can use, we're doing things in school and in class to prepare for the ACTs, but there's other resources we have that we can share with parents and students if they're looking to get more practice in. Endless, really, and it's all free. So please contact your counselor or the school, and we will give you all the things we can to help them prepare for these. South Dakota My Life is one, and Methodize through South Dakota My Life, is the one that's probably the most easily accessible and relevant to students. But they'll also be doing practice within their math class, science, and English classes to prepare for these tests. So take a minute, talk to your student about, hey, this is coming up March 24th. Give it the best. Give it your all. That's our expectation. So that's my biggest announcement for today. Just some other kind of things to throw out there. This year we have a Singing Valentine performed by the high school a cappella group. And if you have never seen one of these, it's super cool. It's really neat. That's going to be on Friday, February 13th. And it's only available within the Spearfish city limits. But if you buy one of these, the a cappella group will come to wherever it is on that Friday and sing to whoever you want them to sing to. Really cool thing. It's one song and chocolates. It costs $25. If you want to do this, you have to call the school 605-717-1212 or email kkite4@spearfish.k12.sd.us, and we'll get someone special signed up for a Singing Valentine. It's a pretty neat thing. So also just a reminder to seniors and senior parents, senior yearbook pictures and for the senior slideshow are due March 15th. In the newsletter that I sent out, there's a QR code that if you scan this, it'll show you where to go to do all that. You can also get on our school website or call the school and we'll get you hooked up with that. Upload 3 to 4 pictures ranging from baby age to high school. One of my favorite things of the year is this slideshow. Just really cool to see our students go from, their infant lives, kindergarten, grade school, into graduating. It's just really neat to see the progression. It's a good reminder for all of us that we got to slow down with life sometime and just look at what we have going on around us. I've got elementary age kids right now, a middle schooler, just to stop and be like, these are the things that just kind of progress you through, and soon they graduate. So please sign on and do that if you haven't yet. One more thing, I did talk a couple months ago, about the alternative school. We are bringing that back in-house at the high school, and it's currently off campus, but we are bringing it back next year in-house. Pretty excited about that. It's been really successful the way it is right now and what they're doing, but we have a couple other things we'd like to try and some new avenues and things we'd like to offer kids. And so we're bringing that back on school next year. Students do have to have 10 credits to get into the alternative school. And there's some other qualifications in an application process. But we'll have 2 live teachers teaching classes. We'll also be doing some online coursework. We want to engage our alt school kids in the CTE programs that we have. We're pretty excited about that. I preach a lot on here about we are Spartans, right? And I think having our alt school off campus makes it a little bit more difficult to do that. So I'm really excited to include our alternative school in all we do at the high school. Most likely it will be housed within our CTE building. So it's not in our main building, but it's on campus there. So we're excited about that. So I think that is for the most part, the announcements I have for today.
Awesome. Well, I can say, obviously the ACT stuff, that's, I can personally vouch that and say, hey, this is now the time to really make sure that, hey, hopefully you learned something. No, I'm just kidding. But also at the same time, once again, also congratulations to the students of the month and everything. Apologies to anyone that may get an a cappella that may not be good at singing. That would be my luck. But other than that, we appreciate you for stopping by, and it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me again, and we'll see you next month.